Hello there. Um, yeah, it kind of describes how I'm feeling right now. Um, yeah, today, um, nothing really terribly much that I've actually done. Um, I did just finish doing one of the two required readings for class today. So that's good. Um, I don't think this other one will take too terribly long, but we'll see. I mean, there's a couple recommended readings, but I'm generally not read. I'm generally, admittedly, I'm a little embarrassing, but I'm generally not reading most of the recommended ones, unless they're on like weeks that I have like that I know I have like certain like assignments for. Like for example, I think it was like on week 7, which is in like 2 weeks from now. It's week 5. Um, Right. Like I have a presentation for a class, so did all the readings and whatnot for that. I don't know. I'll have to probably look back on that and see how much more we get at that front. And yeah, I think I also have what for a different class I have an assignment coming up on the 7th, which is like what this Sunday or something like that. So I probably should do some work on that either today or tomorrow or something like that. Anyways, I did go by one of the school stores here that that's on campus, and they had some free stuff. You only get a couple things, but still very grateful for that. So I just got a can of peas and carrots, so I'll have some of that tonight, and then also some garlic bread. So I can have that alongside of my ramen and can of beans. So, um, but you know, it'd be nice. For lunch earlier today, of course, I had my bag of chips or fries, and some biscuits, my cookies. Um, um, and that was nice. But yeah, and then with my sandwich that I had prepared, um, yeah, there was a bit of mold on that, but I didn't really fully notice until I took like a few small bites of the sandwich, and so then after I saw it, um, so yeah, I'm still kind of cringing at that, but fortunately, I didn't consume the worst spots, so yeah, it's good, and I haven't felt sick or anything today, but I feel really thinking about that. Um, so then of course, then I decided to get something else instead. So I just threw that away, and then I went over to one of the food trucks that was over there in that area, and I got was it some supreme noodles, um, kind of thing. It was just a bunch of noodles with some vegetables and an egg, and it was pretty good. I liked it. Um, and then a little bit after that, after I got these couple of items from the school store, the free store, um, I went back over there and then I got a waffle cone, um, which was pretty nice. It was yeah, I got that from a different a different one of those food trucks that was in that same area. Apparently, it's a pretty big thing in Hong Kong. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I got what was it? I don't remember exactly what it was, but what the name of it was, but it was like some like vanilla ice cream, and it had like bananas and strawberries and um, a little bit of Oreo on it, and then some Nutella, and might have one or two other things. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was a pretty sizable portion for that. Hmm. Kind of funny because I feel like yeah, like from eating a little of the garlic bread here. I've literally I've yeah I've not had garlic bread this many times within comparatively short period of time. And of course, I've had some back home, but it really wasn't all that all that common. Um, but I'm glad I did try something new there. I liked it. Both of those things that I had earlier. Um, and I think I might actually get to try some Greek food perhaps this next Wednesday, I believe. So I think I'll be getting to um, go out on over to the local supermarket, which is just a few minutes walk away, to the Greek store in there, just to hang out with a friend for a bit, catch up. So we haven't seen each other in a few weeks. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like I've for this week I've already spent the the money for like the extra meal stuff or whatever. Um, between you know, well, because I got those things today, you know, and and then I also got a Subway sandwich when I was walking on back here last night. So I took a little walk around the city. I didn't really go anywhere in particular. I didn't really know what I wanted to do or anything like that. But I also wasn't feeling necessarily the best, but I figured I might as well go ahead and get, a couple steps, just walk around a little bit, get some fresh air. Um, and then I texted with a friend for a little bit, and then I called someone else uh, for another another friend for a bit, which was nice. Um, and then yeah, I had the sandwich. Um, but yeah, no, I did get hungry from that, so I don't know. I'm kind of realizing like, well, I mean, if I yeah, if I have any times where I'm really wanting to go on a walk further out to places. I mean, I guess last night was a bit of an exception, but because it really wasn't quite as far, but if there is anywhere that I do want to really walk to, then should maybe think about really think about how I'm going to feed myself for that because I know I might get hungry from burning those extra calories and all that. Um, since I don't know if every night on the more active ones if simply just beans and ramen is going to cut it, but it does work a few days of the week, which is the important thing. But I don't know, I might have to have a week or two where I don't spend as much on food out stuff, so just be mindful of that. Also, of course, I also got spent a bit of money on was it like a Dash Pass, and which is for um, DoorDash. It's like for for a little bit to upgrade of their services and all that because I kind of figured that'd save me a bit of money with some of the orders and all that, and the free trial I think was wearing off, um, and yeah, and then also the Minecraft cosmetics that I got, which really won't be doing anything like that all that much. Just want to do it the one time. But sorry, there you go. The reason I'm really not feeling all too great is because well, a couple things. Um, one, um, the the girl that I was talking to online, um, that I've talked a little recently with, and yeah, she's actually the one that I called last night, for a bit. Um, well, she said that she wasn't really interested in a relationship right now, and which is a bit sad. Um, I mean, at least it wasn't anything personal. Well, she said that she just really wasn't, and she just really wasn't feeling it. But um, but I mean, I guess at least we can still try to be friends and all that, and so that's something. And but it was sad because I think we both do we have a lot in common. We both do like each other. Um, I mean, I don't know. Of course, anything might happen, but you know, so it did hurt a bit. Um, you know, because I kind of thought, I kind of thought we were starting something, but I don't know. But I mean, again, we'll see. Um, but nonetheless, it did hurt. So I don't know. Kind of just repeating myself. Sorry, I don't really know what to say, but and then yeah, and then one or two of my other friends, they weren't feeling all that well. They ate some weird stuff yesterday, and she wasn't feeling all that well, and you know, and then also like today, this morning, saw another I saw another homeless man, you know, on my way walking to campus, and so it really hurt um, to to you know to see him like that, and I wish that I felt like I should have stopped and like given him some money and called some kind of public service or something. Um, but I didn't. I was trying to rush to get to class, and you know, the couple times that I've seen a homeless person while I've been here in Sydney, um, each time I've thought back to the the Good Samaritan parable from the Bible, and 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 it really makes me think. Well, who am I really, if I claim to be, you know, um, Christian, right? Who am I if I really claim to be, you know, um, a follower of Christ, and that I believe in being kind and generous and giving help to people in need, you know? Um, I mean, because, so many times, you know, um, we people we don't really always live up to, our values or at least what we say that we, profess, right? You know, and I just I wish that I wish that I did something. I wish that I knew exactly what the right thing to do would have been, you know? Um, but it's frustrating too because like I know that like I can only give so much money to, you know, to people, who are struggling, you know, because I'm not rich, I'm not making any money while I'm here. I mean, most of my money goes to, paying for like, food and a couple of events once in a while. you know, and I don't want to just, play it off as like, well, you know, someone else will help them, right? Because it's a really easy kind of trap to fall into, especially if there's a lot of other people around. I mean, I literally remember learning about this kind of thing in a psychology class that I had last year. Um, you know, that I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it was like the whole type of like dilemma thing where like, if there's a ton of people around someone who's in a crisis, that they're actually much less likely to help than if there's fewer people because everyone kind of looks around waiting for someone else to do something and then no one actually does anything, kind of all wait for the first respondent but never try to be the first respondent, and but then like, if you're the only person, in proximity, then you're much more likely to feel, sort of responsibility to do something to help someone. And you know it's just like I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that too many times because what sort of person does that mean that I am? What does sort of person? And I hate to just play it off as just being normal because sometimes being normal can mean that you be a coward and that you don't do what's the right thing. You know, um, out of out of fear. And I don't want fear of uncertainty to prevent me from doing the right thing, you know, or to stop me from growing as a person or you know, um, whatever really may be called for me. Um, Additionally, today, in the one class that I did have, um, yeah, there was one student who I don't know if they had to just go to the bathroom or what was going on exactly, but this one student they they were leaving the classroom and then they literally just collapsed onto the floor and they weren't moving and yeah, none of us students really knew what to do. I mean, there was one student that went down and with the teacher, and then they went by the student and they called an ambulance. Um, which I don't know when it got there. I didn't see it get there. You know, I heard one probably like in an hour ish later, but I don't know if that was it or if it was for something else. You know, I was walking along a spot campus. That was pretty close by, and you know, I really hope that they're all right. I really hope that you know they're getting the care that they need. I hope they didn't die. And I don't know. When I was texting my family for a bit around lunchtime, um, I was just walking along campus and all that um, about you know all this stuff that was going on today, like the food things and you know the different crises. Um, you know, one of my parents suggested that I could, if I really wanted to, could try to take some kind of like first aid class or something like that. So I think I'll try to look into that and see if there's anything that I can do. So that way, you know, if anything does happen to anyone, and I'm there, I can at least do something, you know, and you know, do something to make the situation, you know, a little bit less, you know, uh, a little bit less harmful to someone. So it really wasn't, it really wasn't, greatest day, just saying it like that, you know, um, for me. Um, I'm glad I took a nap for a bit when I got back here to the dorm. Um, that was nice. I'm still feeling a bit tired, of course, but it's a good thing I did. You know, um, to make up for the 1 or 2 hours that I probably should have gotten a little bit more of last night, but nonetheless, still doing pretty fine for the most part on sleeping. So that's good. Um, but it's it feels a bit frustrating to say the least right now. To to be seeing the things that are happening in this world right now, whether it be you know stuff I was talking about today, or the different crises and problems going on around the world. I try not to think about too much, but you know, excuse me, like like the Russian and Ukrainian war, or the you know the um the Israeli treatment of Palestinians, or um all the crazy ass shit stuff that that Donald J. Trump is doing in the United States right now, and the MAGA croonies, and and all the stuff with AI, and things with, like, I don't know, you know the environment, or the the dating crisis, or the cost of living situation for for most people now. There's there's a lot of things in the world that are pretty messed up, and that are really struggling right now. And you know, it doesn't mean that I won't continue living and trying to make smart choices, and enjoy my own life, and try to see some of the good things in life. You know, I don't want to be bogged down too much by the negativity in the world right now. But I also don't want to just deny the existence of all the crazy things going on. I mean, that's just it's probably there's definitely a lot more stuff wrong in the world right now than what I just listed. There's a lot more than that, I know, but those are just some of the things on my mind. Um, but I don't know. I just hope that with what little I can do, that I can at least do something, be something for even just a few people, you know, in some ways throughout my life. Because a little bit, a little bit of good, doing a little bit of good, if it's not much, it's better than not doing anything at all. So. But yeah. Earlier this morning, went ahead and excuse me, went in and added a couple more events to my calendar. So I got a couple things to look forward to. Um, you know, I did want to go to see a Taoist temple today, actually. But I took the nap for an extra hour longer than I probably should have. I took it for one, and then as soon as I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna sleep for another hour. So I did. And then got up for after that. After I was scrolling my phone for a bit, yeah, probably too late to go on over now because it closed at 4, and I was up at like 2:30 or so. So it's like, well, I need to get these readings done. I don't want to be doing them later tonight. Plus, the temple is open basically the same time every day of every week for the whole freaking rest of the year. So I think I got time. I think I got time to go see it at some point or another. So it's not um, too much too much rush there. But so I do have two events at the Sydney Opera House that we're going to see. One by myself and one with some other students here. Um, so that would be nice. Um, well, I thought I'm like, dang, these carrot slices are huge. Just a can of carrots and peas here, but um, hmm, and nice to have a couple of extra veggies to go alongside of my dinner. I've not really had slightly mushy, but it's fine. Um, I've not really had probably the most amount of veggies or meat as I would like personally, but you know, again, I can't really afford to spend too much, but I do try to get some decent stuff. But you know, that's the important thing. Making sure making sure I take care of myself and get what I need. You know, um, but I mean, Um, I don't really know what I'm gonna do tonight after I finish this other reading. Again, I don't know. I might do some work on the assignment I was talking about briefly earlier. It's due on the 7th. Might not. Um, but we'll see. Anyhow, yeah, not the brightest or most uplifting day or video, but you know, um, I survived. I'm still here. I'm still trying. Still going through this, and of course, I have a lot to be grateful for. You know, I mean, I know I may not um get to eat as much food as I would personally like sometimes, but at least I have food. At least I have food, and most of it's from places that are pretty close by. And it's mostly healthy, not entirely, but for the most part, besides the occasional little thing. Um, and I have I have a room I'm in, and I'm safe, and I have access to clean water and clean air, and I get several hours of sleep a night, and I have clean clothes and shoes, and well, the shoes are probably not absolutely the cleanest, but to be honest, it's kind of impossible to keep the shoes completely clean. But for for the most part, they're not that dirty. Um, excuse, and I have this computer to record these videos on, and I have some free time to record the videos and to play Minecraft and watch YouTube. I have my phone and my other phone. No, I don't own like multiple phones. I'm just talking about, this is my older one that I've been using here, and then of course my newer one, which all the way back when I came here to Australia. It's a thing where that one, I couldn't use here because it's basically sim locked and all that. You know, of course, unless I was gonna start paying for that phone, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll just pay for a temporary eSIM on this older phone that doesn't have that issue, just for a couple of months. Instead of starting to pay for my regular phone for forever, you know, um, until it's paid off essentially. But I don't know how long that would take. But I wasn't the one who bought it. But, so, you know, and you know, and and I try to remind myself of this too a little bit. I know that maybe not every day here is in Australia is, or Sydney is maybe like the most exciting or anything like that or whatever, but you know, um, but it's natural and it's normal to have good days and bad days. To have days where it's exciting, you get to experience new things and to have the trips and kind of the highlights of the experience, but also have days where you have to deal with some rough emotions and whatnot. So, you know, just because this is partly for myself, partly for all you all viewers too. You might need to hear this message. Um, just because just because something went wrong today, or you or someone else that you know or don't know, was struggling, is in pain, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person, or that you're failing, or that you are um, not succeeding with whatever it is you're trying to do. And I'm trying to remind myself of this because, as I've expressed on here before, and I'm sorry this video is getting much longer than I thought it would have been, but it's fine. Um, you know, the important thing is that you just you just keep on going, right? You just keep on, um, you know, um, pushing through because it's the right thing to do, and because you know, you know, I want to I want to continue to believe in good people and good things happening, because they can and they do. So, um, anyways, I don't know. I might do some more Minecraft videos. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but anyways, if you just somehow watch it all the way to the end of this video, very much appreciate it. Very few people do that. Although understandably so, because I mean, again, these videos are pretty long. But anyways, um, if you resonated with any of this, if you thought anything of it, feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can see more videos of, me just talking about some of the experiences and all that, some things that have happened here while I'm experiencing them here in Sydney, Australia. Or, of course, you can always check out my Minecraft content too. Some of those videos I do talk about some stuff, like occasionally I have a video where I talk about real life stuff in it, but most of them I don't. Or if I do, it's mostly just kind of like, kind of just like joking around or like a little bit of philosophical, what have you nots. But anyhow, thanks for stopping by. Um, no, so yeah, it is a bit. I'll say last thing here. It is a bit. Um, it is a bit frustrating for me that I don't really have ton of people here or back home that are really available to hang out or talk a ton. But you know, I am glad that I did at least think of these videos last school year as a way of kind of getting some of this stuff out. I mean, again, it's probably not everything, and I don't even know how much all this makes sense to anyone in my audience, but I just have to try, and of course, like I said, you just keep on going. It's the effort that counts. So anyhow, say do. That's Swedish for see you later.